बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। नाज़रीन, आप देख रहे हैं ज़ुबैर सज्जद ढिल्लू को और आज हमने पहुंचे हैं अजमान सराय होटल। यहाँ पे आज एक कॉन्फ्रेंस अटेंड किया, वर्कशॉप हमने जो लैंड डिपार्टमेंट ने ऑर्गेनाइज़ की थी मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग के हवाले से कि रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर में जो मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग है यूएई में उससे उससे कैसे बचा जाए और क्या प्रैक्टिसेस और क्या कैंपेन्स हैं। एक्चुअली अजमान लैंड डिपार्टमेंट ने इस पूरे वर्कशॉप का अहतमाम किया जिसमें डिफरेंट रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर से लोगों ने पार्टिसिपेट किया। तो मेरे साथ इस वक्त मौजूद हैं द ग्रुप चेयरमैन हैं मिस्टर अब्दुर्रहमान एंड इनसे बातचीत करेंगे। चूँकि ये उर्दू ये सारा अरबिक में सेशन था तो इंग्लिश में कुछ अवेयरनेस देंगे। अस्सलाम वालेकुम मिस्टर अब्दुर्रहमान, हाउ आर यू?
I'm fine, thank you very much. How are
So
you?
I really happy to see you here for the
My pleasure.
grand luxuries awareness campaign.
Thank you so
So
much. My pleasure.
just introduce what is actual workshop today and just brief us.
Sure. The workshop today is about awareness against money laundering and terrorism financing in the real estate sector. So we spoke about what's money laundering, what's reverse money laundering, what's terrorist financing as crimes, what's financing of proliferation, which is financing of weapons of mass destruction, and how can these be a risk for us in the real estate sector. So how
So
can we
understand.
prevent that from happening in our sector?
So just define little bit words. What is money laundering actually?
Sure. Money laundering, in very simple words, is changing illegal money into legal money. In fact, if you want to have it more elaborate, it's actually changing illegal assets into legal assets. So anyone who is associated by any means, directly or indirectly, to a predicate crime, regardless of what this crime is, whether it's fraud, drug trafficking, human trafficking, and so on, and he knowingly knows that, he is a money launderer. Or if he assists somebody also doing that, he is also a money
I saw
launderer.
your presentation.
Right.
You used the image of washing machine.
Yes.
So what
Yeah.
is the reason?
The reason is the first money laundering that happened in the early 20s in the United States. The mafia there were doing all kinds of predicate crimes like drug trafficking, human trafficking, and so on. And they generated large amount of cash. They wanted to launder this cash. They wanted to deposit this cash into the financial system. So what did they do? They started a large chain of laundromats operating by self-coins, by cash. And these laundromats acted as a front companies. They took the cash, which is legal cash, because they were licensed, registered, and everything, and they mixed that cash with the cash from the crimes. In a process we call it commingling funds, and then they deposited this money into the financial system. So by this, they use the laundromates to launder their money, and they also laundered their money. They made the money legal.
Obviously. So it's converted into legal, which is absolutely wrong thing. Yeah,
that's right.
So what is the role of different currencies like crypto and other different currencies?
Sure.
What is the important role in this money laundering? How we can avoid this?
Sure. Crypto is a very high risk because the problem in crypto, there is no
now
KYC,
also Binance and other things.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
lots of crypto. We have more than 1 million coins. So all these coins are zero KYC. So anybody who wants to open an e-wallet and deposit money, nobody asks them where is the source of funds. Most of these wallets are used for drug trafficking, are used for crimes, for murder, for lots of illegal things. So any money coming from crypto, you need to do enhanced due diligence, EDD, to ensure that you are not dealing with any criminals having dirty money as a source.
What are the saying regarding UAE law? What is the UAE law according to money laundering in real estate sector?
Sure. The UAE law regarding money laundering requires that anybody dealing in cash of AAD 55,000 or more, whether it's cash or crypto, they must file a report called REAR, real estate report, that goes to the FIU, the Financial Intelligence Unit, and they review these reports, and they will review the trend of the transactions, and they are able to prosecute any money launderer who is having their money from illegal sources.
So we can put minimum how much money, which no law implementation, like $50,000,
below 55,000 dirham.
55,000 dirham below
that,
we can use cash transaction.
Yes.
The above 55,000 dirham, if we use cash transaction, we must report. Otherwise, the concerned department will ask us the questions different. Yeah.
You would be fined if you don't report.
Yeah, fine. How
Yes.
much fine minimum? Yeah.
Fine starts from, in this case, 100,000 and above.
So it's department. It's fined by the implement by Ajman Land Department, Dubai Land Department, or government of UAE.
It depends. It can be from the Ministry of Economy. It can be from the Ajman Land Department. If you are a financial institution, it can be from central bank or from the DFSA or from the FSRA.
So
It
it's
depends
law.
who's the regulator.
So it's law. We can say implemented by the UAE government.
That's right.
So if it's nothing matter, we are in Ajman, Dubai,
No
Ras Al
matter.
Khaimah,
Anywhere.
any state,
Anywhere inside
it
the
will
country.
be implemented.
That's right.
So good thing. Now the guide me today workshop. What is the main aspects of this workshop by the land department? What want land department awareness to the brokers?
The awareness is you should not deal with anybody that you don't know. So you must, before dealing with anybody, you must obtain all the proper IDs, which is the Emirates ID and the passport, because you need both of them. Because the Emirates ID does not include the place of birth. So the passport has a place of birth, and you need the place of birth to check the person against the blacklist. Because sometimes you put the name and the name is match.
Yes.
But the place of birth is different, so that means he's a different person. So you need the name, the place of birth, and the date of birth. That's why you need the two IDs when you start the transaction.
Buyer and seller.
Buyer and seller, of course.
Okay.
And then you need to know the source of funds if the money is cash. If it's not cash, then you don't need to know the source of funds because it's within the financial system. If it's a check, if it's a transfer, you don't need to know the source of funds because the source of funds is known. And you need to subscribe to the blacklists to ensure that you're not dealing with any blacklisted person or entity or a bank as well. And you need to file the required report, the re-report, the STR in case you suspect, and so on.
So it's mean the transaction should be must by the seller or buyer, not other name acceptable. If I want to if you want to buy something, but I will make transaction on your behalf, it's acceptable or not?
We need to know the reason why you are making transaction on my behalf. So as I said,
you are my blood relation, maybe you are my friend.
We need to know that. So any party participating in the transaction must be subject to the KYC.
So what is today short theme, because your all session 3-hour session, mashallah, very good in all Arabic language, but my audience is especially Urdu, Hindi or English speaking.
Right.
So what you want to try us told us today's session, just short brief.
Sure. Today's session is we need to be aware about what are the requirements to fight money laundering, fight reverse money laundering, fight terrorism financing, fight financing of proliferation. Awareness is the key. We need to know that everybody is responsible, whether you are a bank or whether you are a financial institution, non-bank, or whether you are in a real estate sector, everybody is responsible. Our role is to fight crimes, fight the crimes and lower the rate of the crimes and fight money laundering accordingly. So we need to make sure that we are doing what it takes to fight that. And of course, what's more important, we also need to fight terrorist financing and financing of proliferation for our safety.
So what is the important role by the real estate? What can do by real estate side?
The real estate should not allow the entry to the financial system through the real estate for criminals and money launderers. And also should not be used by terrorists to finance terrorism.
Let's suppose I am the broker, yeah? We deals different transaction. So what one broker responsibility is for any transaction, basic responsibility?
To know your customers, to have the proper IDs, to know the source of funds if it's cash, to comply with the laws and regulations by filing the required reports, to file STR, suspicious transaction report in case of suspicion.
You know, one question is
very to train everybody.
Yeah, one question is very important, especially Asian countries. If we talk about the Pakistan, we talk about India, Bangladesh, them banking sector not allowed to maximum transaction in UAE.
Right.
Then the people want like hawala, you know,
Hawala is informal.
Yeah, informal. They will give money in that country, and we receive money. They will receive money from that country.
That's right.
So it is definitely we can say it's money laundering.
Of course, if all hawala, if it's not registered and licensed, money laundering.
So what is the procedure? How the people can transfer money here? Because their government not allowed, you know.
In hawala, first of all, you don't transfer money. You're transferring the value of money only, because the money that you pay in Pakistan doesn't leave Pakistan. Yeah. So what you're transferring,
because Pakistan, India, Bangladesh bank not allowed to send money in UAE.
Exactly. So what is the transfer? You're transferring the value of money. So you're paying in Pakistan, you're receiving the value of what you paid in Pakistan in Dubai. And that's outside the legal system, the formal financial system. That's very dangerous. So it can be used for...
According to UAE, this is illegal.
According to the whole world.
It's illegal.
Illegal, of course.
So what is the solution for them?
Solution is to license them, register them, and ensure that they are doing KYC.
Even if we talk about the United Kingdom, England, we have many clients in England. The bank not allowed to get transaction in UAE. So sometimes they will send cash like this. How we avoid, like real estate want business, you know?
Right.
Ajman Land Department want business.
Right.
So if let's suppose we have 50 clients, and the 40 clients want to buy hawala or hundi because they have no legal system to transfer the money. So what is the solution? If we don't care, if we don't care that customer, we lose 40 customer, we have grab only 10 customer, which is not good for land department and real estate sector.
But
so how we can give solution to 40 customer which have no ability to legal transaction? What is the solution?
The solution is you want to deal with the good customers, not the criminals. I want to lose the criminals. I don't want them.
So these are criminals, we can
definitely.
say.
Not everybody using hawala is a criminal. Not everybody using hawala is a criminal, but hawala is a gateway for criminals. So if somebody is using hawala, I need to understand why they're using hawala. For what reason?
Yes.
Normally, hawala helps those who are...
Because they have no justification, because they have no channel to transaction.
Yeah, so in this case, we need to know the source of funds there, paid to the hawala. And we need to ensure that we are not dealing with somebody who has source of fund from illegal sources.
In any condition, we can say this is the one condition, hawala is the legal.
Hawala is legal only if it's licensed or registered.
License registered.
That's the only way.
It's by government.
Yes.
Otherwise, no way.
No way.
And
you cannot, the golden rule is you cannot offer financial service without license.
So, mashallah, you have great experience.
Thank you.
So, how your what is your observation? If 100 of 1,000, or if we talk about the 100 people, how many people are involved in hawala last 5 to 10 years in all over the transaction?
You cannot know the figure because it's...
According to your experience, your observation.
Nobody knows because first of all, it's something happening outside the formal financial system. We don't have statistics for that. And but what I can tell you, any country that has imported labor is a country which has a high level of hawala. Like people, for example, all Gulf countries, they have hawala. US has
so
hawala.
It means there is no legal way to get money here, UAE.
The formal financial system, formal financial institution should cooperate because stopping means you are opening the door for criminals, for hawala dollars. So Pakistan should not stop sending money to UAE through the normal legal channels, not to have people go to the black market or go to the hawala or the Hindu system.
So any one message last to give to the real estate and especially for brokers?
Raise awareness, comply with the law, know whom you are dealing with, file the required reports, file suspicious transaction if you are suspecting any transaction. Don't give access to criminals to the financial system through your real estate company.
Oh, thank you, Abdurrahman.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for such a great experience I have. I got too many points from your real estate.
Thank you so
Thanks, guys. आपने ये वीडियो देखा, आपने देखा मिस्टर अब्दुर्रहमान ने हमें बताया कि हवाला और हुंडी के थ्रू जो पैसा आ रहा है उससे कैसा बचा जाए और रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर जो है इसमें क्या इकदाम करने चाहिए और कस्टमर वही ढूंढे जो लीगल ट्रांजैक्शन करता हो. थैंक यू वेरी मच. बाय बाय.